What is up, sports fans, and welcome back to the Roger Report. Get ready for a whirlwind tour of the hottest stories in the game today, kicking off with a fantasy football revelation that's got everyone talking. We're diving deep into the DraftKings Million Dollar Lineup and uncovering the genius behind a winning strategy. Then, we're heading to New York, where Russell Wilson is facing the heat, but he's got a message for the critics. Speaking of Russell Wilson, his performance has earned him a nod for a prestigious Player of the Week award. And finally, we're checking in on the Broncos' perspective as they watch their former QB, Russell Wilson, navigate his latest challenge. Don't go anywhere, because this is the Roger Report, and you're going to want to subscribe and hit that notification bell. Forget the chalk, this fantasy lineup hit the jackpot. In a Week 2 NFL season that's already delivered wild fantasy scores, one DraftKings player, KJK003, absolutely crushed the Millionaire Maker contest. While many chased popular plays, KJK003 went against the grain, building a winning roster around a daring stack of the New York Giants passing game. This bold move featured Russell Wilson, Malik Nabers, and Wan'Dale Robinson, delivering a staggering 160.2 fantasy points and a 6.1x return on investment. Russell Wilson, who hadn't posted such eye-popping numbers since late 2024, found his groove, throwing for over 300 yards multiple times in this single game, a feat he hadn't achieved consistently in years. Meanwhile, Malik Nabers, previously averaging a modest 8.3 yards per catch, exploded for big plays, including 3 catches of 26, 32, and 50 yards against the Cowboys. The strategy didn't stop there. KJK003 also smartly included Jonathan Taylor, a low-rostered running back who delivered 32.5 fantasy points against a less formidable Denver defense, and Amon-Ra St. Brown, who put up a dominant 42.2 points with 9 catches for 122 yards and 3 touchdowns, outperforming many higher-drafted receivers. Even rookie Puka Nacua flashed WR1 potential with 34.8 fantasy points. The fantasy community is buzzing about KJK003's unconventional approach, with many dissecting how the Giants' offensive resurgence, fueled by Wilson's strong performance and Nabers' big play ability, unlocked such massive fantasy potential. The success of this stack highlights the rewards of looking beyond the obvious plays and finding unique correlations. But can Russell Wilson keep this magic going under the intense New York spotlight? Stay tuned as we break down Wilson's own words about the pressure and his performance in the Giants' latest nail-biter. "I embraced the noise and answered the call," says Russell Wilson. The New York Giants are off to a rough 0-2 start, and the heat is on quarterback Russell Wilson, with fans already clamoring for rookie Jackson Dart to take the field. However, the veteran QB, in his first season with Big Blue after tough stints in Denver and Pittsburgh, is unfazed by the criticism. Wilson believes he's embracing the noise and is focused on leading the team despite the mounting pressure. In their Week 2 overtime loss to the Dallas Cowboys, Wilson showcased flashes of his past brilliance, throwing for an impressive 450 yards and 3 touchdowns. Despite these strong numbers, a crucial late-game interception ultimately sealed the Giants' fate in a heartbreaking 40-37 defeat. Wilson, however, remains resolute, emphasizing team unity and effort, stating, "They laid it all on the line. You can't ask for any more effort, love, passion, energy, and work than we just gave." Fans and analysts are closely watching Wilson's ability to bounce back, especially with a challenging schedule ahead, including matchups against the Kansas City Chiefs and the reigning champion Philadelphia Eagles. His performance in these upcoming games will be critical in quieting the doubters and solidifying his role as the Giants' signal caller. Speaking of Russell Wilson's standout performance, did it earn him some hardware? Get ready to find out as we reveal his nomination for a prestigious Player of the Week award. From fan criticism to Player of the Week nomination, Russell Wilson's Rollercoaster Week. Despite the New York Giants' 0-2 start and the growing chorus of doubt surrounding his abilities, quarterback Russell Wilson has earned a nomination for the FedEx Air and Ground NFL Player of the Week. This recognition comes after his stellar performance in the Giants' tough 40-37 overtime loss to the Dallas Cowboys. Wilson, facing intense scrutiny and calls to be benched in favor of rookie Jackson Dart, delivered a performance that silenced many critics, at least temporarily. He completed 30 of 41 passes for 450 yards and 3 touchdowns, posting an impressive 123 passer rating. This outing was a significant bounce-back effort, proving he still possesses the talent and capability to lead an offense, even amidst team struggles. Wilson himself commented on the pressure, stating, "I think you've got to respond. That's the first thing. I don't think I know how talented I am. I know what I'm capable of." While Dart did see limited action on 3 snaps, Wilson's strong showing has bought him some breathing room. The nomination highlights Wilson's resilience and ability to perform under duress, even as the Giants navigate a difficult early season stretch. The award, however, faces stiff competition from other top NFL performers this week. But how are the Denver Broncos fans, his former team, reacting to Russell Wilson's resurgence? We'll dive into that perspective next, and it might surprise you. Broncos fans can only laugh. The predictable Russell Wilson narrative continues. As Russell Wilson suits up for the New York Giants, his former team's fans are watching with a mix of amusement and resignation. The Broncos moved on from Wilson after the 2023 season, a decision that was initially controversial but has since been vindicated by the team's improved performance under Bo Nix. Wilson's current situation with the Giants, his third team in as many seasons, highlights a recurring theme: his diminishing mobility magnifying his passing game deficiencies. In Week 2 against the Cowboys, Wilson put up impressive numbers, throwing for over 400 yards and 3 touchdowns with a 123 passer rating. It was a performance that had him simply flawless for much of the game. However, the narrative took a predictable turn with a costly interception in the final moments, a mistake that directly led to the Cowboys' game-winning field goal. This "he giveth and he taketh away" pattern was a hallmark of his tenure in Denver, where he'd often lead late-game drives only to falter at critical junctures. Broncos fans, seeing this familiar script play out, can only shake their heads. The expectation is that this pattern will continue with the Giants. If New York continues to lose and Wilson keeps making these untimely errors, the rookie Jackson Dart will likely see the field sooner rather than later, mirroring the situation Wilson faced in his final days in Denver. That's all the news for today, but we're not done yet. Stick around for a lightning round recap and your chance to hit that subscribe button. And that's a wrap on today's top stories. We saw a wild fantasy lineup win, big thanks to Russell Wilson and Malik Nabers. Russell Wilson himself is embracing the noise in New York and earned a Player of the Week nod. Meanwhile, Broncos fans are having a laugh at the predictable Russell Wilson saga. Thanks for tuning into the Roger Report. If you enjoyed this, make sure to smash that like button, subscribe for more hard-hitting sports news, and ring that notification bell so you never miss an update. Also, follow us on all our socials for behind-the-scenes content and more. We'll see you next time.